Should be live. Just make sure. Yeah, let's get it.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tag.
I can't stand this one. This one so much. Get a different one in here.
My boy.
What is do?
Another beautiful day to be in the charts.
You know what? It just never gets old. And I don't see it getting old anytime soon. Getting this Finbiz posted. PPI news in about 16 minutes, 17 minutes. We know it's a pretty hefty news folder. PPI and CPI. CPI came out yesterday, I think. Same price on a frenzy. Producer price index. I feel like I always see the CPI data and the PPI data being both the same in terms of bearish or bullish for the dollar. So hopefully get some movement.
Yes.
You said what?
Yes, you get my OBS running real quick.
I get it all set up. Man, 3-0, huh? 3-0 Boston. That's crazy.
Three-o.
got liquidity down there. Imbalance all in here. Back to this level here.
All right, Mark, what's your approach to this session here?
Really just play off of PPI news. CPI news hit yesterday, and I seen that, and I wasn't able to execute on those moves that it provided. It did still leave. This is a very large area of imbalance right here on my screen. That price ended up filling some of it, but not all of it from that CPI news. So really just to play off of PPI and these news folders we got here at 5:30. PPI and unemployment claims. So I got see some liquidity below here. What was that time frame? It was my 8-hour, I believe. Yeah. See some liquidity below where we're currently at right now. Near decision-making level over here on my 8-hour. So, if we get bullish PPI news, I want to see price sell. I want to take some sells, and take out some of these points of liquidity. But if price wants to go back bullish again, then, I look to take out this area of imbalance and make it up to this, 2,400 price level. So it's about 600 pips worth to get to that level of imbalance. So just gonna utilize the volume within news to start the morning here, and see where the wind takes us after that. I marked up my chart on the dollar and saw that the dollar had taken out a lot of imbalance as well that it left behind. It was probably somewhere around this level, before we got this strong push down from the dollar. So I want to see how the dollar recoups this morning from yesterday as well. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. What about you? What you like?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Still kind of reviewing my analysis as well. I'm sure it'll be very reminiscent of what you have there under your 8 hour. There's different liquidity spots that you're looking at. I got similar liquidity marked up on my chart here, just looking at my 4 hour. I like to use the orange circles. Orange circles are kind of my key for seeing where liquidity lies. It's easy to see. It's just nice to have it on there. Yeah, just looking to play around the snooze here. See what we can get our hands in. After this PPI drops, it settles down after the initial break of the news folder. I think we can ride the wave, see news comes bullish or bearish, and then we can watch price move into filling some imbalance or sweeping liquidity, and we'll be able to make that read 10-15 minutes after the news sets.
Yeah, that news would be a great indication of what is on the horizon. Yeah, I want to look to utilize my DXY and my of course we utilize the DXY for gold, but just my USD dominant pair, USD ZAR that I like to trade, I'm going to utilize it there too, just because that news folder gives us correct data. It doesn't try to use the volume as a way of manipulation, and the USD dominant pairs are essentially like, it's like almost like a cheat code in my opinion. You see the dollar move one way and it's like, okay, that means this currency has to go this way.
And it lags behind in a sense, like you can just see it.
Yeah.
XAU would be essentially just gathering data as the DXY moves along, but there's trails behind it in real time. It's just super beneficial for us.
That dude's thing.
Just looking at this 5 minute on gold, there's just it's a lot of imbalance just on that last bearish run.
Oh yeah.
About 7 to 5.
Yeah, I feel like it's just setting up to move back bullish.
Yeah. You might take 2.
Just looking at this 8 hour and see price only. Still high to low. About 50% retracement. On a bad retracement. Grab some water real quick. 5 minutes.
Are we live, Q?
Sure.
Bet.
You too.
We are indeed live.
Did we get a title today or no?
We can put we can always change it if the topics come up.
market started alive this morning.
What'd you say?
The market started alive this morning.
Yeah.
Four minutes.
See what happens here. My side by side up. My DXY, my XAU USD. Watch both these. I'll probably watch it on both on the 5.
Yeah, definitely want to have that DXY. Yeah, I can definitely see it start to move bearish on DXY, bullish on gold.
I need to figure out a system where I mark up my side by side as well as my single chart. It's my single pair chart.
Yeah.
I might just fucking do a lot of my markups. No, I don't know. I feel like I need a better system for that. So do you want?
Yeah. I was thinking about that too, and just playing around with that concept and kind of wanting to just utilize the guidance of the DXY and just let that be kind of how, without putting like any guidelines on whatever currency I have pulled up next to DXY. Because I feel like I found myself, sometimes not allowing the DXY to fully communicate with what it's like the price movement is showing and the structure that DXY is showing, and kind of letting that come in between certain levels I may have on like my USD ZAR. So I'm trying to be a little light on the marking up of my side by side. I'm gonna do that. Key level here. Price looks like it's just leaving this liquidity behind over here. All of that. We got 10 seconds till news.
Bearish dollar.
Bearish PPI.
Yeah. Very kind of a nice methodical move.
Bearish PPI is clutch. I might have to enter a buy here. Under pips on that move there.
Out up.
USD ZAR fell out of the sky. Look at that liquidity. That's so clean, man. That's so clean.
See what happens there.
What do you guys think about entries right here? I'm really considering.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep myself out for the next 10-15.
Yeah. Let it
I'm
calm
gonna see how it breaks after this initial drop.
Yeah, it's just like that. That news was a great indicator. We literally see that unfold. You know, two days in a row, like strong news folders. Then we get news results from them, and we get the direct reflection of how that impacts the chart.
Dollar's still moving downwards. Next few releases.
Yeah, shoot, that dollar candle's crazy. Yeah, any market correction here from either one of my pairs, I'm gonna look to execute on. Yeah, that thing's gonna take off. Imbalance right above it.
Did you get in, Marcus?
No, not yet. Not yet. See what this DXY wants to do. Yeah, I don't like that risk. Get some correction. You need some market correction. Some of it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of move over to marking up my side by side. See how that goes for me. I'm using my side by side kind of as my main gaze. I want to mark up the dollar too. And those next to each other be powerful.
There it goes. There it goes. That mug is not gonna be. It's not coming back.
$1 at a standstill.
Yeah, gold is not coming back after this. Taking back off now. That news is so clean, man. We just started gearing up for CPI and PPI each month. And being able to understanding the whole manipulation, accumulation, distribution aspect of each time zone. You know, like you got the London, you got the New York, you got the Asian sessions. And just the more I've seen it, that overnight moving towards this morning is moving in from that manipulation phase. I'm just seeing where the liquidity lies, where the imbalance lies. We can get a really good read on the potential news folders we can get, like in terms of bearish result or bullish results. Because ultimately, if we can have like a synopsis of what could happen, we can manage our risk from there and then just kind of execute on news rather than, missing the entire move. Not that we're missing out on anything, just more of being able to utilize the opportunities that is presented.
Right.
But I'll probably look to enter on USD ZAR once price is done correcting itself on that end. See if the dollar can help us out. Dollar retracing a little bit right now. Would love for gold to correct itself even more so I can get in on gold. But yeah, yesterday I was talking about sustainability. Sustainability of our accounts, sustainability of just our trading growth. And I feel like a lot of it, maybe not all of it, but a lot of it lies, under just being able to manage your risk. I feel like I can't emphasize risk management enough. Even in like conditions like this where, of course risk is a lot higher than normal times with this news, but even in a very volatile situation, like if you have your risk management plan built out, and I always build my risk management out on like the most extreme like conditions, worst case scenario type of conditions, so that I know like the worst amount of risk possible. I like to have that perspective. And so like right now, I just put $100, $100 more dollars into my live account. And ever since I had, the original $100 in there, like my risk management plan is based on literally 100 pips. 100 pip lessons is a worst case scenario type of deal. So my lot size is based off of if it were to go 100 pips in the wrong direction, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a safe place to be. 100 pips, I can live with that. Yeah, that's kind of the determining factor that price is not going in my direction of the trade. And generally, my exit confirmations never even get to 100 pips, and so that's kind of what I mean by the worst case scenario. Because there is times where it may get close to 100 pips, but for the most part, pretty safe. I'm waiting for this cloud angle to shift here on USD ZAR and for us to get some seller's volume, and then I'm gonna enter on USD ZAR. There it goes. Red dot. I'm not gonna premeditate. I'm gonna wait for this angle. I'm not gonna get in earlier than I need to. Might be time for me to grab that coffee as well.
That's what I did. Needed it.
Yeah. Somebody's from Rhode Island got on. Was this on the website? Speaking of the website, blooment.co. Don't forget to go check out the website. You ever just think about like business names, you know? And business names, they always kind of have like a unique, ring to it. I feel like Bloom's got one of those rings.
Yeah.
Like, even when I just look at the
Bloom.
logo, like there's no way you can even confuse the logo. Like you couldn't even pronounce it any different. Like you just look at it, and it just looks like it reads Bloom. Like it's kind of crazy. All right, I like.
It's a good logo.
You said what?
It's a good logo. It's a fire logo for sure.
Yeah, I might have to enter this. I like enter this cell right here on ZAR.
And this cloud to start from the gross. This bullish cloud.
I just entered a sell on USD ZAR. We'll see how that plays out.
Baby pit.
31.48. 1831. 458. My entry point. I like that entry a lot. Gold starting to get some of that buyer's volume back.
Precious, bullish pressures definitely building. Seems. Yeah, I'm waiting for a move. Waiting for a move on XAUSD. I'm watching. I have my market milk up on baby pips. JPY is reading as a super strong currency, so I'm flipping back and forth between XAU USD and USD JPY with the dollar to the side of both those. Fucking USD JPY is explaining. Could be. It just mimics the dollar so well.
That single news candle on gold took it up 120 pips. And it's gone up 200 pips almost since the news. I'm just waiting for a green dot on gold.
And some volume in there.
Green dot volume angles. I would like it to go sideways for another minute just to allow that MACD to get a little lower on the relativity. It's at like 2.2 right now, 2.1. Not a deal breaker for me, but I would like it to get closer.
Yeah, as long as the dollar keeps dropping, USD is taking a little bit of a correction right now, which is not terrible. And the dollar just left this like break, this order gap in price right now. So I definitely seen it have some more sellers volume step in and fill this little area that it just left open. It's one of those abnormalities that if I see that, I'm pretty convinced we'll move in that direction.
That's strange.
Justin,
Justin, good morning, brother.
rise and shine. Shine and rise.
Shine and rise.
I gotta fill that area. Go ahead and fill that area. Get some more selling pressure in here from the dollar.
We all love haircut day, man. Today's haircut day. God damn.
Mine's next Friday. I was just thinking about that yesterday.
2 weeks. God.
You said a spot on. We all love haircut day. I need haircut day.
Yeah, it's definitely a little rough on this side of the turf.
I have a bad habit of waiting too long to where I need haircut day rather than just getting haircut day. That's when these puppies come in handy. Throwing a hat on. I need to start wearing my blue hat.
I know, I'm so glad I found my bloom hat, bro.
Yeah, my shit disappeared.
I
Dude, I swear, it literally disappeared. I didn't. We had like a work meeting or something. Like I brought it to work for some reason, and then it disappeared from there.
I can give you mine. You'll probably wear it. I don't wear hats a ton, so you can have mine.
No, I'll get another one at some point.
Sure, you get some bloom beanies for the summer, for the winter.
I'm about to get that green dot on gold here in a minute. Potentially.
You gonna enter?
That will be answered when we get it. Just to see, I want to see the angles and volume, and then maybe.
Just come around 15 minutes, got a green dot. There we go.
What it is, bro.
See how this this level.
Entry. I've lost about 27 pips and it's solid. 40 at the most. Yeah, bro. That's fine. That's solid. No, don't close. Should we get USDR to fall out of there? Don't fall out of there. That dollar pressure just needs to stay.
A green dot on XAU came in and disappeared, but there wasn't. Span B was still flat, so I did not enter, and there was no volume when it initially came in.
Even unemployment claims was bearish, which isn't. Is perfect. So we definitely should get some more selling pressure, selling momentum from the dollar.
Really utilizing the dollar heavy here. It's the dollar heavy, of course.
It's crazy too, bro. Just watching this move. Every time I see it, I feel like it's one of those things we may overlook. Like if some people don't utilize this in their trading, just that dollar,
Mhm.
that dollar is so clean. It's so easy to read. I was trying not to use that word, but I mean, it's truly easy to read if we know exactly we're looking for one to move one way and the other to move the other way, or even those pairs that we are trading that in the same direction of USD, just wanting to see them move in the same direction. And I think structure is mainly what I focus on the most, not necessarily like candlesticks moving the exact same way at this exact same time. It's just really the bearish or bullish structure set up on the dollar confirms a lot for me.
Mhm.
Confirms a lot. What do you guys think about? I've kind of been able to find an approach to maneuver. Just really my thinking through this in terms of like our indicators and the way we look at the market, right? We know that changes on higher time frames, and so like in this situation right now, like we know that our on our volume. Let's see. Let's take the dollar. It's like on our volume on the dollar right now, losing sellers volume, but we know this is on a short scale,
Mhm.
right? So what is your guys' approach to understanding lower time frames, understanding higher time frames?
And for me, I like the phrase. I'll use the phrase top-down analysis. I think it has to start from the top. I think our perception of the market can't solely be on or start with the lower time frames, because that's how we get caught in manipulative situations. I think that's how we can make poor decisions, trading against trend. And now, in this case, what we know about the dollar, it may not be, entirely against the XAU USD trend, but it could be against the dollar or something of that nature. But just doing the top down analysis, for me, I'll kind of, in practice, that's me using my daily, using the 4 hour to mark up my chart. And then just flipping back to it frequently. I always have the big picture. I always know where my 4 hour inbound zones are. I know where the liquidity lies. So I think understanding those areas were marked up on higher time frames gives me the confidence to just kind of observe on the 5 minute. But yeah, that's my key phrase there. It's top down analysis.
I like it. I like it a lot.
What about you?
Nah, man, that's I feel like that's exactly it. Just once I was able to just kind of piece together, just the understanding of how these different time frames work, and even like the further we get, like as far as our time frame goes, sometimes like our MACD, for example,
Mhm.
like right now on USDZAR, I'm watching the seller's volume's gotten a little bit weak, but that seller's volume getting weak can take a little bit more time for it to show on these candlesticks, and like it may not be, it may go on another 200 pip bearish run before it continues to get weaker on in terms of the MACD on the volume. So, but then again, like when we go to these a little bit lower on these time frames, we actually see like even on the 2 hour, we actually see that seller's volume potentially starting to step in. So really just blending all those time frames together, and you're 100% right. I feel like, definitely starts at the higher time frames, just understanding the overall direction that price could travel, and then kind of utilizing that to understand on the lower time frames when we're going into those correctional moves, like you said, like the manipulative moves. I feel like it helps a lot during news as well, because we see just before news every time. I feel like even like 15 minutes, 20 minutes before, we see it start to move a little bit quickly in one direction, and we're like, okay, hold on, what's going on? Is this news starting to move price? And normally when we go on those higher time frames, it's just it manipulating the current area where price is at. So I'm definitely right there with you in terms of the top down. As long as I have a few readings on one of my hour time frames, anything above the hour, I really, really like the 8 hour. And then if I can get something higher than I'd say a 30 minute and higher, if I can get another read on what's going on that time frame as well, generally puts me in a safe spot, comfortable spot to be able to let my trade do its thing. I feel like too many times I may have entered a trade and just exited it too quick because of the rapid movement of the lower time frame. And just a simple shift to that higher time frame generally does the trick. Still in this USD ZAR trade, about 50 pips, less than that. Yeah, around 50 pips in drawdown right now.
Anywhere near your exit?
No, just because of the dollar, just because of news too. It's like there's a few points of exit I have. On the 5 minute, I have an area around about 1840, 41 and some change. And then I have a level at about 1845 on USD ZAR. That's a 30-minute decision-making zone that if price ends up breaking that, I'll forfeit this trade. But kind of exactly what we were speaking about, just understanding where I'm at on the higher scale, on the higher time frame, and then combined with the data we just got from the news, it's one of those things where it just has to show me that it's not going to do what it's accustomed to doing, right? Going into impulse, correction, impulse, especially given news. That's really all I'm hanging my hat on right now is that news folder. Price moving a little stagnant right now, which is fine. This is an interesting point for me on how the dollar is going to respond. Just looking on this 5 minute, and we got a lot of buying pressure that came in on the 5 minute, but in terms of the volume that showed up on the MACD, not significant enough yet. So I just want to see if more buyers volume comes in, or if that is kind of all we're gonna get. This is that green dot, and then those gray volume bars coming in from the MACD. Or if we're gonna get some more pressure. And as I go through, my trade history, I've noticed too, I'm a lot more profitable when I hold my trades for, you know, 30 minutes, anywhere north of 30 minutes. Um, anytime it's I'm not gonna say a good trade, but generally if it's my take profit or my stop loss, that's when I'm okay with those trades. That doesn't mean, the times where I, close out my profit that I'm not happy about the trade or anything, but I just think it shows a great deal of patience for me and how I approach the market when it does hit my stop loss or my take profit. Because ultimately, I always have points that I'm trading to. Like there's always a target that I'm trading towards if I'm in an entry, and a target that I'm looking to remove myself from if price gets there. So if I ever exit the market before either one of those happens, then that's how I know there was some emotional aspects involved, because I've already done the work to find these target points to trade to. So I'm gonna let this ride, and I haven't put in a stop loss yet, but I do have an area where I'm gonna put my stop loss, but my take profit is in. So I plan to see it with that TP here sometime.
The American Dream is
sometime this morning.
Is that it on news that we have today? Yeah.
I think there's some news.
There's some a little later after the call. We have an orange folder at 9, yellow at 7:30, orange at 10. That's about it.
30-year bond option.
Hugh, what pairs are you currently trading other than gold?
I'm really keen to tap in a US dollar involving pair. I just use the baby
Anything?
pips and to see what's the most volatile. Usually it's USD JPY and NZD USD and AUD USD.
Anything with USD. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, mainly just USD ZAR. That's the only other pair I trade besides gold. The South African Rand.
How'd you find that one?
I just
never
looked
heard
up
of
the
that.
most. I just looked up the most like volatile pairs that were connected to the USD, and that was the leader of them. So I just went with that one.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah,
South
it takes up
African
like
Rand.
12% of the USD volatility, and there
Does it
wasn't
move similar to
one
gold?
higher than that. It doesn't. No, it's gonna move the complete opposite of gold.
I'm just meaning like my fault, like the speed of it, like how volatile it is. Is it moving similarly in that way?
Yeah, so I would say like if I trade a 0.1 on gold, the most I'd be able to trade is like a 0.25. That would probably be the equivalent movement on gold.
I see.
So every movement, every impulse movement is generally on around like 100 to 170 pips on USDZR each morning. Yeah, I really enjoy the way USDZR moves, and it gives me a chance to work on my patience too, because it does a lot of impulse correction, even like little correction moves,
Uh-huh.
rather than like XAUSD. It just takes off sometimes.
I see on your side by side. I see what you mean by moves the opposite because it's literally moving the same as the dollar rather than gold. It's the opposite of the dollar.
Exactly. No, but any USD pair, you honestly can't go wrong. And I think even like a lot of the USD pairs are just really safe pairs to trade.
Yeah.
Like the GBP USD, I think is a really safe pair to trade, just because it's not that the volatility isn't there. It's just the significance in the price movement is a little bit different. Like a 50 pip move on gold may look like a 10 pip move on GBP USD, which I do find some value in. XAU USD stagnant right now. I like this though. I think just looking on this 5 minute,
Hmm.
you know, just pulling it back to when this news came out and seeing where it is now. Like it was just correcting itself. Just allowing itself to fill out. Volume on the MACD starting to decrease, potential red dot coming in, you know, get red dot, green dot action.
I want to see that this 5 minute XAU USD work itself around. Give us a bullish setup here. See the cloud start to cloud. Flat cloud on 1 minute. See.
Grab some coffee real quick.
Bet.
I really wanted one of those Nespresso machines or one of the real coffee machines, man.
Maybe an espresso.
I want like those pots of coffee, that sizzle when it's ready.
Few non-trading topic here. I wanted to ask you about this. JJ Redick, Lakers coach, thoughts? Since you're the Lakers guy here.
He wants to just keep LeBron. I don't know, bro. JJ, I don't think that's a very smart move. Just being your first coaching gig, going into that market, especially if LeBron's there. I would really like them to see. I would really like to see that Dan Hurley deal get done, but couldn't drag him. JJ, he needs time to develop into that role.
They lowballed him. The Lakers did. Dan Hurley.
5 years, 70 million. That's not low ball. That's a fuck ton of money.
You said 570?
No, 70. 70 over like 6 years, I think.
What is he getting? What is he getting in college?
I think more.
He's getting more in college?
I could be wrong. Let me check.
I doubt that.
I thought I saw it was
Sure.
a downgrade in money. I could be completely wrong.
Could be.
Okay, no, it was definitely an upgrade. He has a 6-year, $35 million contract. So it would have been 2 times what he's making now.
And how many years is up with his contract at UConn?
It was a 6-year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 6-year, 35 at UConn Lakers offered him 6 for 70. So it would have been 2 times what he's making at UConn.
Oh, so he basically agreed to stay another 6 at UConn.
I think he has three left,
Okay.
something like that. Because
That's-
I think when you have the three-peat available for you, I think I mean,
Yeah.
I'd go for the three-peat too.
That'd be
Sure,
kind of
cool.
shitty for you to just leave out on the team, huh? If they're going for the 3P, and you're just like, all right, guys, I'm actually
I mean, just with the current state of that team, it's not a desirable job. You know, it's Lakers,
yeah,
but they
for sure.
figure out just all of LeBron shit. What do you do with AD? And just everybody else.
here's another one for you, Q. Bronny James.
Mhm.
Drafting him? What do you
No, never. Or he never. If his name wasn't Bronny James, he
would
wouldn't.
not be? Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
doesn't make
So,
any sense.
so Bronny had a bunch of workouts lined up, as you know, obviously all the prospects do. I'm sure. I don't know if you saw. He declined every workout except for the Lakers and Suns. So those are the only 2 teams he worked out for.
Yeah. And Rich Paul won't sign him on, won't put him on a two-way. You know, so wherever he lands, it's purely a product of his relationship, which is okay. We all do that. Everyone does that, no matter the profession. But we'll see how he performs. I mean, he's a 6-foot guard that can't shoot or run the point.
It's not a good spot to be in,
It's not.
at least in the
Especially
NBA.
you're not getting minutes. But you know, you play LeBron's fucking game for a while and do that way.
Why do people say he can't shoot though? I feel like his shot is pure.
I mean, you could stick him in the corner and like he can develop that.
Yeah.
Like he can develop into a spot up guy, but he'll never create a shot for himself ever in his entire career. Yeah.
I think another thing is I saw during the combine or whatever, he was doing spot shooting for like a workout, and his shot was just ridiculously slow.
With no pressure. He didn't shoot well in college.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot well in high school. And with the pressure on him, especially in the league. So that's the one thing about shooting. Though shooting can get developed over time. Yeah,
especially when you got
so.
once you got the foundation. I feel like that's really all it is in progressing in the league is just like the foundation of being a pro. And I think he definitely has, like, even if it takes him 5 years, you know, to emerge, but you know, just having that foundation, the athleticism, the size isn't the greatest. But you know, you've seen players like Jalen Brunson and you know, even a TJ McConnell kind of have somewhat of success in the league at a smaller size. So,
but TJ's a 1. Like he can get in
yeah,
there and run
for sure.
offense.
And I think it's also a matter of him getting within an NBA offense because you know, I feel like he has a good basketball mind just from the brief outs that I've seen him in at the most I've seen him produce is at the high school level, of course, like college, you know, club circuit, club. So that's really all my speculation is being based off of, you know, just his natural basketball instinct, I think can go a long way. But I damn sure don't want to draft him over here in Phoenix.
You said you don't?
I wouldn't be surprised if he really doesn't get drafted, like regardless of just kind of everything. If I'm a GM, there's nothing that could get me to sign him on a contract on anything that's not a two-way. So if his agent's not going to do that, fucking hell, let's figure out a new plan.
Yeah, the two-way he definitely has to get on board with. Just because, bro, just develop. Like, there's nothing wrong with developing. Like, that's okay. Like, Now you're gonna run into some dogs over there in the G League. That's probably what you may be a little scared of, because everybody over there fighting for a spot on a roster. And I feel like a Caitlin Clark situation could happen over there in the G League with the type of pub I think he would get and bring to the G League, and some players may not like that.
True.
Or they're going at Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, that's just crazy, honestly. Like, it's I think it's funny, honestly, in my opinion, because she's just another great woman's hooper.
All this Caitlin Clark's all this Caitlin Clark stuff ends with her coming out and saying, "Yeah, motherfuckers, I'm the face of the league. This is my league now."
Yeah, seriously.
All you girls laughing on this damn charter plane and pulling up to the game these fits. It's because of me.
Yeah, facts.
So y'all just settle down.
Yeah,
y'all had your chance. The whole conversation would be done.
No, seriously.
If she said something, bro, the target she has on her back already. If she said something like that, they'd probably kill her.
She just got to get comfortable. Once she get comfortable in the league, I think she's gonna come out like on that type of time. Like once she get comfortable in her spot and her
one on one, I'm beating her to 15, 15-3.
I would hope she wouldn't score considering your size. You should just go lay it in on her.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I can't hear y'all. It's my fault. I gotta change my speaker.
Yeah, I gotta wait for her to get the sound back on.
There you go.
Yeah, I said I hope that you would beat her 15-0. Considering your size, you should just go lay it in 15 times.
Oh yeah, well, I won't shoot 100%. She'll throw a couple nickels in, a couple pennies in, a bucket or two. Yeah.
Marcus, what's the score? You and her.
Me versus her. Are we playing makers?
No. You gotta play defense.
No makers. I'd probably say, I'll get her for a good 15-9. She definitely gonna be pulling that mug from 35. So and there's a few times I'm gonna just let her shoot it. So
that'll go well.
Just keep her from moving to her left. She'll shoot.
She's nasty to her left.
2%. That's the only way she scores is to her left.
Yeah.
It's like you just can't. It's unimaginable that the W hasn't really. I mean, I watch the games obviously, but so I'm sure they do a decent job. But in this, all the clips and highlights I see where everything is coming off, pin down, going to her left, step back to her left. Everything's to the left. Because she shoots it's really a very close comparison, her shot to Lonzo's shot when he was in college. Before Lonzo adjusted his shot, she shoots to the left side of her face. She'll never. She's gotta correct that if she wants to be an efficient scorer at that level. In college, bro, she was on a team that was built for her, around her for 4 years. The W's not gonna be like that. So she has a lot of improvement to do, just on that end of things. Once those girls get better at taking away her left side, it's gonna be a little bit difficult on her. But she'll have to get a little bit bigger, be able to finish a little stronger. But yeah, you won't catch me watching W games.
You just had to slip that in.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching. I love coaching girls. I love watching it live, and obviously it's no disrespect to just the way they work. I'm just not a fan of the game.
I'm right there with you. I watched our first game, the second half, and I fell asleep after the third quarter unintentionally. Like I was just tired, but I gave it a shot.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. The Team USA dropped the ball, not putting her on the
Bro,
USA team. They
I
fucked
feel like
that
they,
up.
I feel like they try to prove a point with that.
yeah.
They're
Because
trying to
why
prove a
would she
point.
not be?
We're trying to prove a point that would probably cost them millions of dollars in revenue for the Team USA women's basketball team. Millions of revenue that they won't get back otherwise. She didn't have to play one single minute on that team, and they still would have generated $10 million in jersey sales, international jersey sales, and expanded the global game. But yeah, who knows? But let's be petty and let's be petty and fucking yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but
Uh,
oh well.
Bro, the Mercury have 3 players on that roster.
Two girls
Yeah.
and one guy is crazy.
Yeah.
Shout
Don't
out
even get me
BG.
into that topic.
what did you just say?
He said, that's crazy. I'm not convinced she's. I'm gonna stop. Never mind.
Yeah, no, we don't gotta do that. But shout out BG, man. That's all I gotta say.
BG42. No, but they got 2 girls on the roster, and they can't win games in the league. I think they have a losing record.
The Mercury?
Oh, they're 6-6. Okay. Still, if you got 3 girls on the 15,
The Mercury are 6-6.
yeah.
I feel like they started out like 6-0. If I'm not mistaken, 5-1.
On the men's side, the Suns have 2, and they can't get out of the first round. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, bro, that's even worse.
Yeah, that's
You gotta
fair.
bring that up though.
We
No,
gotta
you were
speak of the
spot on.
Suns.
We made it out last year, if that means anything.
No, it means
No.
absolutely
Guys.
nothing. It means absolutely nothing.
It means almost as much as when we made it to the finals and lost.
We were up
Almost.
2-0, Marcus.
Yeah, but
And
like
lost
we ended up
4-2.
losing.
Losing
I
4
know.
straight is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Losing 4 straight is crazy.
My least favorite player is Drew Holiday, just because he took our ring from us.
And Drew's one of my
Bro.
favorite players ever.
He's so fun to watch, though. Like he's just so good.
I don't understand why any team would ever trade Drew Holiday. The Bucks are stupid.
Tatum said yesterday after the game, he said, "I don't know who in the world let us get him, but he's amazing."
Tatum's yeah, I'm not a big Tatum guy myself.
I'm not either. He was just slipped in the Dame trade.
Mhm.
Somehow Boston ended up with him. I think they gave up like Brogdon and picks, maybe, just to help facilitate that Dame trade to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I love Dame, but I'm taking Drew a million times over.
He's good.
But we'll see how Milwaukee does. We'll see how Milwaukee builds. I just want LeBron to leave the Lakers, bro. That's all I know. That's all I want. That's all I fucking want. That's all I need. And I could, kind of get back. I probably watched a total of 5 regular season NBA basketball games this year. Not a lot. I was really uninterested in following the league.
I barely
But
watched.
maybe that'll change if LeBron leaves.
I don't have that much fun watching NBA anymore. I like
It's
watching
lost its
college.
aura. That's what Miles says. Lost its aura. Well, even the finals, bro.
It
The
did,
finals
though.
don't feel the same.
Yeah, I seen something on Twitter the other day. It was like, the finals used to have that logo in the middle, used to have the finals logo everywhere. And now all you see is just a bunch of YouTube TV ads all over the court.
Mhm.
I noticed that yesterday. It was all over the scores table. It was on the floor like twice. It was down on the score like board.
It's like we get it. YouTube TV. I got it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Even when I went to the finals when it was out here in Phoenix, that was at the time where it was, still a little bit past COVID, so they had like the first like 5 to 10 rows blocked off behind the benches, and they put a big like cover over all those rows, and it was just a big YouTube TV ad on the rows right behind the benches.
Crazy time, man. What are we thinking here? What do we got going on? Price look like gold
Not
picking
much
back
on
up,
gold.
picking back up on this 5 minute. Had that correction on the 5 minute MACD. Looks like MACD's coming back alive. Cloud structure coming back alive. 50% retracement right off that fib. I really like this moving bullish still. USD ZAR trade is still just moving sideways, but just correctional stuff. I've really enjoyed getting used to watching price move. Honestly, just really like you brought this up a few times, Q, just about just the personal development that goes in with trading. And I think, being able to sit here and not get like not antsy or eager, but you're just really able to absorb the market information. I feel like that's the more mature I've become as a trader. I'm just able to absorb price structure and, large moves, correctional moves, in profit, not in profit. Like, definitely like I've come a long way there. Somebody from El Mirage, Arizona, just got on the website.
It's right down the street from me.
Go see if they need a t-shirt, man. We got some extras.
El Mirage.
I would really love like some fire boom merch, like some actual like streetwear that I could wear out to like dinner.
You know who talked to me recently about they make streetwear clothes now? I don't know how good or whatever, but I don't know if you guys know Landon from Ottawa.
The women's basketball player?
Yeah. She mentioned that she makes streetwear clothes, and if we ever want her to help us.
Yeah, that's crazy to say on live.
Yeah, that's crazy to say.
No, yeah.
I don't know if she's good or not, but it just made me think about it when you said that.
Like designs them or like I would. What do you mean by makes?
Like I don't know. She just makes streetwear clothes. That's what she told me. So I'm assuming prints, designs.
No, that would be fire. Just to see what she had to offer. Honestly,
I can ask her more about it. I just said okay. I said if we ever make some, I'll let you know. What do we got?
Just get some good merch line going. Get a good merch line going. Some fresh stuff.
Same with the. Never mind.
Could get some movement here. Like the dollar's moving downwards.
Yeah.
Just got green dot 5 minute XAU USD.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen this from the news candle. Like, just look at if you honestly, this is funny. If you went on every single pair right now, that was at least that had some USD involved, you're gonna see whether it's USD, JPY, or like USD the primary currency or USD the secondary currency. There's gonna be one large news candle on all of those, and on all of those, you're gonna see price correcting that entire news candle move. And I think that is something that I've honestly grown more and more to understanding too, is how indifferent, but so different each pair is. Like, of course, we don't want to look at them the same as one another, so they have their indifferences. But for the most part, this market is only going to move a few ways. And that news, man, I'm really, really starting to love the news. I used to not feel that way about the news, try to avoid the news. Look at the charts for the week and see, wow, we got news on this day, news on this day. And I actually like look forward to news days. I think the more comfortable we get with news, we can start to observe how price develops to the news days. So there's a certain way I've noticed price hunting either liquidity or imbalance, or leaving imbalance or liquidity behind in a particular area based on the news folder that week. And it's generally like that GDP, news, consumer confidence reports. Yeah, it has been a while since we were all on here, but you know what, Joe? We're back in action.
We're back again.
Three amigos.
Mi amigos, mi compas.
The Four Amigos with Joe Penny.
Mi compas. I really need to get into my Spanish, bro. I think that might be my little side mission on my trading sessions. Work through the Duolingo.
The saxophone and Spanish.
Right. We'll kind of have to work on it because I'm putting it on my dental school application, and I know they're gonna ask me about it. So I gotta get right.
Saxophone?
About Spanish?
Probably both. They're just both unique things. I got Japanese on my thing still. Gohan.
You know what I love? When you charge your phone at night and you wake up and it wasn't plugged in. My phone's at 3%.
I never charge my phone at night. Like,
It's actually bad to do that.
Yeah, I know that. I still do it.
usually I'll just while I'm getting ready for the day, I'll just have it plugged in.
Yeah.
You said it one time, Marks, and I feel like I've tried to keep my fucking camera just keeps fogging. But what's the range? It's 15% to 80%. It's the
20
safe
20 to 80.
20 to 80. Yeah. Yes. Ever since you said that, I try and keep myself in that range.
Yeah. I fail sometimes. Don't worry. My phone's at 11% right now, and I'm watching it.
Mine's never 20 to 80. It's always above or below. Mine's always about to die or it's fully charged. Seriously.
Do you have the charge block on there to where it only charges it to 80?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah.
Where do I do that, Mark?
It should honestly already be set up.
I have mine there's a dynamic mode, so it kind of just reads your usage tendencies.
Yeah.
Like when if you're charging your phone during a time where you use your phone a lot, it'll charge you up a little. It'll charge you up to 100. But if not, like if you charge it overnight, it'll only charge it up to 80.
Crazy to think about your phone knows when you wake up. Here. You guys ever think about how crazy technology is right now?
Frequently, very
Like,
frequently.
Thing that I
so
can't
crazy.
process is you'll say one word about a company or a product, and then you just have ads all over. Like
Literally.
one of my friends showed me I don't know if you guys have heard of it, a Whoop band.
Mhm.
Measures like
Yeah.
measures your health and your sleeping pattern, like measures all that kind of stuff, your recovery. Literally told me about it for like 10 minutes one night, and it's been all over every social media, my YouTube, Instagram, like everything. I just whoop, whoop, whoop left and right. And I never looked it up on my phone once, never texted about it. Literally just discussed it for a few minutes with somebody because they had one.
Crazy. Whoop, there it
That's
is.
mind blowing. Literally.
That's what I wrote my senior English class, college class. That's what I wrote it on. Just data collection, media collection, data
Yeah.
collection from big media of us. So yeah, for sure, dog. For sure. It's all our conversations, all our usage is getting tracked and used as data.
I'm
So
scared.
we just have to be okay with it at this point. I
Yeah.
mean, we agree to the terms and conditions anyway, but
Yeah. It's funny too because they don't even let you use the phone without agreeing to those terms and conditions. Like you can't even
bro,
use the phone. It's like, all right, if you don't agree to this, then pretty much all the settings of this phone are disabled.
mhm. Yeah, there's certainly like things you can do, but 99% of
Yeah,
people won't go to those. Uh, won't go to those lengths to
no.
really prevent the inevitable.
I feel like the big businesses they rely on people, in a number of fields, just honestly being lazy. Like
Hmm.
even when it comes to, I mean, something as simple as like fast food, right? I had got some fries from In-N-Out the other day, and I literally requested fresh fries. Like I
Hmm.
requested them, bro. I just request like special request. Can I please have these fresh? And they were so far from being fresh. It's like, all right. They had to have either said, all right, we don't really care because this person's not going to come in and like request a fresh fries, fast food. So they just, because there's no way that they gave me that fry so unfresh. But no, I feel like I realized they rely, even at, where I work now, when it comes to like bill changes and whatnot, sometimes even freaking Verizon, they rely on customers not looking at their bill. Like
Hmm.
strictly just rely on that. Like it's like, okay, if they never look at their bill, then they're not gonna know they're paying $39 more a month than they should be paying.
Hmm.
Like just off of something like simple that maybe in an update they had or adjustment they made. So
Hmm.
I'd be like, that's actually like a crazy concept to think about.
Hmm. That's one thing with AI too, especially is like in the grand scope of things. Like, at the end of the day, like technological advancements are to make it easier for us, easier
Yeah.
for us, meaning a business, any individual constituent. It's like just as far as researching, for example. Back in the day, you'd have to go to the library, sit down in the library for hours, and flip through countless resources to just learn like one simple thing about business per se.
Yeah.
Now you can just type in a little prompt on ChatGPT and have access to every database ever.
Yeah. No, I like that about AI, honestly. starting to try to utilize it more in that aspect of kind of just making the research easier,
Mhm.
rather than getting lost in all the different things that populate when you type in something on the search engine, without getting lost in all that type of stuff. But on the same side of things, still doing the research after that. Like I think there's AI makes it a little bit easier to find what we're looking for, only to research that in depth.
Mhm.
Because I kind of am starting to enjoy AI, um, not from the aspect of allowing my car to be driven by AI, but from other aspects of utilizing it, like in business, or even like
Mhm.
building a schedule breakdown. Like you got 6 tasks in a day, and you want a little guideline, a little outline on how you could possibly break that down in the blocks.
Mhm.
It'll literally break it down for you. Here's a few options, and then you can kind of go and pick and choose from there.
Mhm.
But I was actually going to take a Waymo one day, and my mom
Mhm.
actually almost killed me.
For real.
That's what I was going to take a Waymo. Yeah, she was mad at me, so I didn't take the Waymo. But I really
I
wanted to. I
downloaded the
really
app.
wanted to
I'm
experience
gonna.
it.
I'll take one.
I
I'll
want to
take
take
one.
at least one.
The 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 bandwidth of the service isn't that big right now. This is the only
Mm,
thing. And I mean, I guess for us, it just doesn't go to the West Valley at all. That was the
yeah.
only time I looked at it. The one time I did, but it's pretty good. Phoenix East Side, not bad.
Yeah, I see it a lot out this way.
Hmm.
I see. Did you see that freaking? Yeah, I think it was in Arizona. I'm pretty sure a Waymo actually had a bike. Had a dude on a bike.
Bro, I do.
Yeah, I don't know whose fault it was,
Um,
but you know, of course, we're gonna blame the robot.
mm, yeah.
They probably just got a fat lawsuit on their hands.
Yeah, I'm sure there's I don't know. Yeah, it depends on the situation. I'm sure they
Yeah.
have some financial or some legal safety regards for that.
I just feel like anytime it's regarding like a big business and somebody gets injured or anything like that, it always ends up being in favor of the individual because they don't want to go about even that court process, legal process. They're just like, all right, we'll just come to a
Right.
settlement so we can kind of get out of the light per se. I really like this looking on USD right now. I really like on this 5 minute, this most recent breaker structure we had, which is just giving me a lot of comfort on this trade, um, and just allowing this trade to just continuously work itself out. I generally stay in my USD ZAR positions for a while just because it does move a little sideways, then downwards, and corrects itself, then back down. Um, but just looking at this most recent breaker structure is really clean here. I'm just noticing this. So I just wanted to throw that out there, even though we're moving downwards a little bit on gold.
I was moving a little bullish here. Last 5 minute candle. Last two 5 minute candles been bullish.
Hold it out here. 1842 potentially.
Yeah. Seems like gold is kind of waiting to distribute some way. It's kind of stuck in that accumulation phase in a way. Struggling to break that top end. Flat cloud. flat cloud for the last hour. Just looking at my 5-minute on gold. Flat cloud equals consolidation most of the time, as we say.
Yeah, even that liquidity that is left at those equal highs.
Mm. And USD JPY did a full correction of the news. Full correction of the news. We'll see where we go from here on that pair.
Mm. What this dollar looks like.
Have you guys seen that meme where it's like the guy holding a stick and it's like poking it? He's like, do something.
Mm.
That's how I feel about gold. Watch, I'll show you. Just sent it.
Looking to the left, just on my 5-minute here. This zone we're in is a pretty strong accumulation zone. Upwards to about 2320. Price is consolidated in that area. I'm looking back to June 11th. Up until now, a lot of accumulation has gone on. From about 2320 at the top end to 2311 on the bottom end.
Mm.
Kind of caught in that turbulence right now. To the back there.
Dollar's still climbing here. like my play on Czar. I'm gonna just sit in this one, still in my trade. About 70 pips in drawdown right now.
Seven zero. Q and I are shooting a podcast episode today for the first time in a minute.
Yeah, it should be fire.
We are back. And then we got a CEO next Monday. And it's full steam ahead. Episode's going to be releasing on the 24th. So not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday after. And from then on, every Monday consistently. Did I tell you about what happened with Ross, Mark?
Mm-mm.
Remember Ross from Menlo?
Mm-hmm.
He signed with the Detroit Pistons G League team for this summer.
Damn, that's fire.
Yeah. He had a good season overseas. Obviously, I'm sure, there was connections involved considering his dad is an NBA head coach.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a pretty cool opportunity.
No, facts.
And he's made use of all the opportunities he's had over the years, so I would not be shocked if he did good. Balled out.
No, that's major.
Yeah. It's cool because he has Monty Williams is the coach over in Detroit. And that's like another father figure for him. So if he can ball out, he'd be under Monty over there. That'd be crazy. That'd be a story from Menlo to the league.
No, you can definitely get there.
Yeah, he climbed the ladder literally one step at a time. He went from NAIA to Division II to Division I to overseas to the G League or to the Summer League. Like, didn't skip a stair.
I'm close below. That's funny. My cream on the way.
Perfect gold. Retrace a little bit or consolidate.
Yeah, at least some. It'll start two here.
Got a good push down. Past couple minutes, it's retracing. For me to enter, I need that green dot, red dot, since I'm looking for a sell. It's shaping up so far to do that.
So you're looking for sells? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go bearish. Correct this area of imbalance on this liquidity. I think we're gonna take off here. Huh?
That's a big candle right there. 30 pip candle. There's the green dot. Let's see. 730 USD folder. Yellow though. Got 2 more orange folders at 9 and 10 a.m.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that 10 a.m. one impacts the market a little bit. Next week's a relatively light news week, which I like to see. Relatively light.
Yeah, over the weekend, just as far as my learning, I really want to attack this accumulation, manipulation, distribution structure. Just kind of backtest that. Backtest what utilize my main time frame. So utilize this 5 minute and just watch the way price develops and moves out of accumulation zones. What and for how long manipulation happens, where and for how long manipulation happens, and the degree to which it distributes from there.
There's a good indicator. It's called FX Market Sessions, I think it's called. And yeah, that's what it's called. And it just highlights the market session, like London, New York, Tokyo, and it'll just rinse and repeat that. And then that's really able to give you a good read on like how a price moves within those time frames. A lot of the times I've seen this Tokyo session be that accumulation session. And then, when we think about our specific trading hours, it really starts to make sense. Why we even trade at certain times. Back to my 5 minute. This action right here from gold was very big for what I want to see price do, which is go bullish. But like the fact that this candlestick did not close below this decision-making zone, I think was important. So I just want to continuously see it respect this level, work into this imbalance. I'm still in my USDZAR trade. Get some bear structure to come in here from the dollar would be great. Check the 30 minute. 30-minute looks better. 1 hour. 1 hour looks great.
Just got a good push down from gold. Could get a red dot here.
Pushing on to at about 2304 decision making level there. But if we push below there, I'd like us to get to about 2293, 2294. That's my next 4-hour DMZ.
At 2294.
Yeah.
I also have one there on my 4-hour. That exact spot.
So we'll see. I think to push this out, we need some real bullish action to come from the dollar. For us to really get down in there, but let's see what happens here. Good volume on my 5-minute Bloom 3.
I took a sell a minute ago.
Right on the DMZ.
I don't
like
have
it.
one.
I like it. Just looking at that yeah, if you just scroll left on the 5-minute, you'll see. But let's see. Like I said, if we get some good bullish action from the dollar, I think that'll be enough to keep the momentum going.
I got in at 2307.
$307. Perfect. Yeah. Dollar's moving a bit bullish here a little bit.
I'm in about 4 pips of drawdown. Oh no, I'm tripping. That was where price was at the moment. Got it at 2306.5.
6.5.
Yeah. 2306.51 to be exactly exact. Let's see. 2306.
Let's see if it respects this level now, because this is really back to the price where the initial news candle came in. I want to see how it respects this level. Now, given the bearish news, hard for me to think that price is going to have enough momentum and strength to continue bearish, but could be wrong. A lot of imbalance left on this most recent move from the last about 45 minutes from gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in slight profit right now.
Dollar and the pair, kind of in a decision making here. If we break the structure here, I'm gonna go short here.
Let's see who's still on. Joe, Justin, Carolyn. Have any of you guys taken trades today? If so, how are we doing so far? And what pairs are you guys trading? Let's hear some profits, hopefully.
Destruction. $1. $1.
Definitely needs to make up his mind here.
Hey, your DMZ spot on. It is struggling right here.
Yeah, especially just when the DMZ is reflected on the dollar as well.
Yeah.
I read that as a pretty turbulent area. But like I said, if we could break a structure, bullish side on the dollar, bearish side on XAUUSD, I like to play.
I believe I'm in profit right now still. Yeah. About like 5 pips. No, I'm not. Break even. Phone's been thugging it out. It hasn't died yet.
Still at 3%.
Yep. Still the exact spot. Just holding strong.
Holding strong. Just like my trade on USDZAR right now.
You know, Gold, I'd appreciate you if you just shot down like 50 pips. Just a straight shot. Don't even look back.
That'd be nice.
All right.
Yeah, fuck, bro. This dollar, just having this dollar, this DXY available to us is so powerful. So powerful.
Oh, let's see. I asked if people were trading and they responded. Gold 55 pips, 4 trades, and another one right now. I took a trade on gold with $239 with a $410 lesson on US 30. I'm not an accountant, but I don't think I'm not either, but I also don't think that'll help the balance. Just looking at it briefly. Me too, down 50 pips. Are you guys on, Joe, are you on a live account? Or are you trading funded? Or are you demo? Testing for a funded account. Awesome. I had a recent funded account experience. Marcus and I started working, or we started a funded account with Surge Trader, right? Mark, I think that's the name. Surge. Yeah, Surge Trader. Was killing the game, doing great on it. And then Surge Trader went down when all that stuff started to happen with funded accounts and MetaTrader. And so I didn't have access to the account for a few weeks, maybe even a month or so. Got the account back on the first day that I traded on it. I took a trade and fell asleep. I don't have the account anymore. I was doing great too. I was very close to passing the first challenge. And the worst part about falling asleep, is I didn't even have a take profit in. I don't know if it would have hit it or not. I didn't even check. I just woke up and saw it was blown. But not funny, but funny. Yeah, no, it wasn't funny in the moment. Now it's funny. Still kind of not funny, but oh well.
Yeah, it would have gone away anyway. So think of it that way.
Yeah.
That's very true.
You pull lessons from every trade, and that I learned a lesson: don't fall asleep during a trade, especially without take profits and stop losses.
Without safety measures for sure.
Yeah, I was sitting on the couch, just put my head back on the couch, fell asleep sitting straight up. I didn't even see it. Gold went up. Let's see. And about 22 pips of drawdown. Not bad. But yeah. Spot on Q. Struggling right at that level.
Yeah, gold rejected that level. Or not gold. Well, gold did. Yeah, dollar. My reference in there. Dollar touched this level and turned the other way a bit. Like I said, we'll see where it decides to distribute from here. It's still in its accumulation phase.
Let's see. I started a trade, walked away without setting take profit stops for I had trade. So it has been a big lesson. The early bird gets the worm unless he falls back asleep.
In that case, he doesn't get the worm.
Yeah.
In that case,
I got
worm
all my worms robbed. Blew it all because I fell asleep. I was so sick when I woke up.
No, those are definitely tough pills to swallow.
We had just gotten the funded account back. I had spent weeks. I was right close to passing it. Not upset about it at all. It's just I remember how sick I was when it first happened. This jazz music just puts me in a great mood.
It does, right?
Whose idea was that? Is that you, Q, or that was definitely you?
I think Marcus actually started that. No?
Really?
I'm pretty
It
sure.
was a group effort.
I had nothing to do with it, but I love it.
Trying to use the mouse with my opposite hand is new. I feel like where we are.
What was that quote you said a long time ago, Mark, on the call? You said something about coffee tasting like tequila or something. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
Let me find it.
Somewhere in the archives.
What? Good morning. Good morning. What you doing?
Here it is. Word for word, Marcus ripped this quote at like 5:30 in the morning one day. Coffee to me is like tequila. It's a great quote.
Not wrong.
Tequila.
It's the lifeblood. The lifeblood of Bloom. Tequila and coffee.
I think
Killing
a
the game
Bloom
with
tequila, that would be actually a Bloom seltzer. I'm talking about that.
seltzer, a Bloom yerba mate.
A Bloom coffee drink, coffee liquor, liqueur.
There's
I think with
the
that stuff, it's just a matter of having the right connections. We got the connects, so you can make that happen. It's just expensive. So you need some type of cash influx or investor to get the project going.
there's a little visual of the quote I threw together that morning.
Blood pressure.
Oops. Damn, slow day on gold today. Slow day.
And my phone just died. I need to go
Dude.
grab a charger before this trade runs away on me. Falling asleep during trades, phone dying during trades.
Yeah, but a charger before the phone died might have been a good play, but
Hey, you learn something from every trade, man.
just me. Check out my JPY. Yeah, JPY, same deal. After it corrected after the news, not much movement there. NZD USD, the same deal.
I'm using a diaper right now.
Ooh, dad
Still,
life.
still in that USD ZAR trade. We got some of that rejection from the dollar. So I want to see if the dollar can pick up bearish momentum here. Just still looking at that overall higher time frame structure combined with the news outlook. I still like bearish movement from the dollar, from USD ZAR. What precious? What again? What? Thank you again.
And some decent bullish movement from the dollar at the moment.
What? She's getting to the point, bro, where she just literally just smiles. Just smile. Oh,
Phone is back up and running, fellas.
Up and running.
Ooh, and gold's coming down a little bit. So I'd like to see.
And then I entered a short position here with the movement of the dollar. I'm going to capitalize here a little bit.
Did you just enter or at the peak?
At the peak, brother. Of course, at the peak. No, I'm playing, but yeah, it ended up being at the peak. It was right there when dollar started making its move.
Awesome. So you're probably what, profit 20 pips?
Yeah, somewhere in there. I'm gonna hold though.
When would you exit if it got down to that level it struggled at, or you
Depends what the dollar does.
heard
I
you?
mean,
Heard you.
yeah, right at 20 right now. 20 pips, 0.02 demo. $500 demo. Oh, I like this movement from the dollar. Excuse me. Good bullish cloud structure on our dollar. Buyer's volume. Let's see how it reflects. A better play might have been on NZD USD. Now that I'm looking at it, but the NZD looks clean. The NZD USD looks super clean. Super, super clean.
Red dot disappeared. Red dot's back.
Yeah, bro. I really feel like I just kind of, a lot of inspiration from you, Marcus, in this sense of, and just through just different conversations in terms of investing, long-term investing, just kind of like just the long game of this. Our lot size and our ability to manage our risk, manage these positions is so huge. We don't have to get 20% a trade, 20% a day, but 2% a week over the course of a year. It's crazy. You do 1% a day. That's how many trade days are there in a year?
261, I believe.
261, 261% on your account, doing 1% a day on average. Don't take that shit to the bank. I'm just kind of reframing and then solidifying my thoughts on my lot size and how I calculate that. I think it's been huge. That NZD entry is so clean on 5. So clean. I think that was the play. I'm gonna ride this XAUUSD out. I'm gonna set my TP at 2305. I'm gonna stay on to at least 740. Now we're past our 730 mark, but currently in a trade position. Got my safety measures in place. Just gonna sit on here and observe this for the next couple minutes. Gold still climbing. Or dollar still climbing. I'm not sure if I said gold or not. Dollar still climbing. 30. The natural gas storage yellow USD folder that just dropped about 7 minutes ago. Actual with greater than forecast. Actual less than forecast is good for currency. It should be bad for currency. So we'll see what that does to the dollar. Yes, as soon as my dental school apps go in, gonna sit down, me and my KOT Forex, and then work on my plan for the year. Not starting account. Throw funds in my live and build out my execution plan for the growth of that account. Here pretty soon I'll move off demo. Get back to the live.
I'm right there with you, man. Very shortly. Next week, I'm going to incorporate multiple pairs over the weekend. I'm going to look over and back test a little bit the pairs that you guys are trading. Any USD pairs. The South African Rand, like Marcus is trading. Hopefully get it down to three pairs that I like next week. Trade it on demo. And then go from there. Go live with the few pairs that I like.
Sorry, guys. I had a crying baby. I had to warm up the bottle. I'm still in my USD ZAR trade. I got a stop loss at 1845 flat. So I'll let that area of price kind of determine it's not gonna keep going bearish here. But no, to your point, Q, about the about building out the plans. Definitely something I've kind of put more emphasis on. We just realizing, like you said, 1% a day, man, is some days you'll get 3, some days you'll lose 1, and then they just that continuous growth though. Whatever we can do to enable our accounts to have that continuous growth. So even those days we do take an L, can easily be removed from hurting your account, because you're definitely gonna have L's in there, man. It's like, as long as those L's don't wipe out any profitable trade,
Mm-hmm.
So I did a 0.03 lot size on USD ZAR. I think that was probably too high. 0.02 is probably good on USD ZAR. So my drawdown right now is, I generally like to have my dollar amount almost equal my pip amount. And so right now my drawdown is, let's see, about one. Let's see what this is actually. So it wants to get my stop loss. About 130.
Mm-hmm.
But my dollar amount that I'm in a lesson on is $20. So anytime that just means my lot size needs to go down a little bit. Like I said, I like to have my pip loss around the same as my dollar amount, but my account was at $300, so I was basically doing, my risk is 10%, and so $30, like very, very worst case scenario, that I'll let it get to, and then of course that has to happen to me, a handful of times before my account's blown, which
Mhm.
I think that will happen as we're about to hit my take profit or my stop loss.
Mhm.
USDs are
My gold trades right back to break even on this most recent bearish candle, back into profit.
My exit confirmation had hit. When my exit confirmation hits, I usually put stop loss like 5 pips higher, and it did not hit it. So I'm happy it's shooting back down here.
just whatever we can do to promote sustainability on our account is generally what this is about.
Mhm.
This is all this is about.
Dollar still trying to make its push upwards. Push.
Dollar is
Still
trying to make
bars.
its push upward. Look at it.
You, as far as equipment, what all do you have? Do you have the second mic as well?
Yeah, I got everything you gave me. So I got the Rodecaster, I got the mics, boards, and everything. So
Okay, should I bring the tables, or is there places where we can connect the mics?
bring the
I mean,
tables just in case.
okay, and then you have one tripod. I need to bring another, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Does it? I mean, I didn't go that day. Does it look like a podcast studio?
We'll figure out where the setup's gonna be. They have 3 different sets, and then there's
Oh shit, that's awesome.
so we can make it look nice. Bro, boys, I'm gonna keep my chart up, keeping my trade position. I'm gonna get some breakfast in me. Starving. I'm gonna slide off here. Oops.
Ace.
Slide
All
off
right,
here.
Q Money. I'll see you in a little bit, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See you on
You staying on for a minute, Marcus, or you getting out?
Tuesday. Yeah, I'll stay on here. I'm still in this trade, so I just want to see how this develops. So I'm just gonna be on here.
Yeah, I'm chilling for a minute too. I'm gonna stay on for a few minutes. I'm still in this trade. Q had a DMZ down at 2306, I believe. 2305. No, 2306. I entered my trade at 2306.5. So right on that DMZ. And he did say that right when I entered. He said on the DMZ. I didn't have it on my chart, but I was immediately aware of it because I watched it bounce off of it. But I'm still in this trade. My exit confirmation did hit. On my chart, I have my blue conversion line and it crossed upwards through my EMA. But typically when that happens for me, actually every time it happens, in this case, I put my stop loss higher than where price was currently at, about 5 pips. And that's just me kind of, holding on to a sliver of hope that it turns down right then. And it did do that this time. So it was going to be about a 70 pip loss lesson, but currently down about 50-ish pips, 50, 55, now 60. But I have that stop loss in at 2314.5, which if it were to be a lesson, that would be a 80 pip lesson. Never fun if it happens, but hopefully it turns back down. I have my take profit in at a 30 pip profit. So if it comes back down, if it does break that DMZ, I would expect it to go hit my take profit. Time will tell.
Dollar just wants to keep on climbing. Overall structure for the dollar, though, has been looking a little bit really been consolidating since its bearish run on the dollar. Given
I want to throw this out there before I forget. Joe, who's on? Joe and Justin. We're live on YouTube every day. So I know you guys join the Zooms, but if you have anyone that, even if, I would say even if they're not trading the way we are, if they're trading in the morning, want some company, that anyone's welcome to join that live on YouTube. On our Bloom Entities trading YouTube. Anyone that wants to trade with us or trade like us, you can send them that way. And I'll throw the link to our page in the chat, if that's the case. Yeah, of course, Joe. Anyone and everyone's welcome to hang out. Now they are.
See, that dollar has to stay strong. If it doesn't stay strong, it's gonna have to fill this imbalance back up.
This would be a 79 pip lesson if it hits here. It's teetering or hovering around that line.
Yeah, the respect that gold move had on that news folder is actually just makes me want to continuously backtest these news candles and see not only how price acts on the news, but how it acts after the news. 'Cause it really uses these news candles as, kind of high and low points, decision-making zones. Okay, versus.
We're going to the restroom real quick. BRB. I'll probably stay until 8, so about 8 more minutes.
You're okay, Chris. Yeah, so ideally what I can see happening is price, moving back through this area of imbalance, this orange box here, moving through that level. Once it clears that level, retesting. Get my mouse. There it goes. Retesting, so moving through this orange box, retesting this orange box. Retesting this black line here, my 1 hour decision making zone. So after it moves beyond this level, retesting this level, and moving back bullish. I like bullish because of news, because of PPI news. We saw this bullish move from gold originally. And price spiked all the way up here. It's about a 150, 200 pip move right on news, and then we see price basically corrected that entire move from news, right? And thinking about this on kind of a higher. Okay, Precious. Okay, you're okay.
Mark, before we hop off here, I want to share my screen. We can either, when we're going to end it, we can remove or just join a new Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to show you as far as the newsletter, what I have so far.
Sounds good.
So whenever you're ready to hop on, I'll
Yeah.
remove. It's just Justin in here, but
I want to see the dollar correct all of this here. I want to just see it correct all of this.
come on, gold. And then Mark, as far as the posting schedule, what we'll do is when we meet weekly, I don't want to use the word assign, but I'm gonna kind of assign you or Q to record a certain video each week. Did you just remove him or?
Nah, I just left.
Okay. Well, that works out perfect.
Hold on.
Kind of assign you guys to a different video to record and get to me, and then I'll edit and post it. So